welcome back to another video. My name is Jennifer Oyubu. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button and hit the post notification bell beside it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Welcome back to all my returning subscribers. Now, today from the title, it's going to be a story time. I'm going to tell you a story of like my armed robbery experience. I'm just going to tell you how it all went down. That's what today's video is going to be about. So grab your popcorn, grab your drink, and just, chill, relax, because fam, it wasn't, it was messed up. It was messed up. This happened around 2016, thereabouts. It was during my grandmother's burial. My grandma was buried on a weekend, and the following week it was like the whole burial was over. And because there are people that were in my house, people that had come from far, and they were staying at home. They were staying with us, some of my uncles, aunties, relatives. They were just staying with us during that whole burial week. And then already the following week, after like the weekend of the burial, the following week, everyone was going back to their destination. Practically, the burial is over. I invited two of my friends, two of my friends to my grandma's burial, and they were supposed to leave that following week as well. And I was supposed to go with them. They were going back to Abuja, and I was supposed to follow them to Abuja. But my sister followed them to Abuja. That was on a Thursday. No, they went on a Wednesday. They traveled by road on a Wednesday going back to Abuja. Then on Thursday, I think on Thursday, the following morning, my sister called me and told me about how they got attacked on the way and all of that. And it was so funny because they thought that I was in the car. And then my sister was saying that when she was running into the bush, she was like, "Where's Jennifer? Where's Jennifer?" Then my friend was like, "She didn't come with us. She didn't come with us." I was thanking God, and I was so grateful that okay, I didn't go on that trip, because I was actually going to go on that trip with them to Abuja. But I was like, no, I'm not. There's nothing really, like, I'll come later. I was like, wow, thank God I didn't, follow you guys on that trip, not knowing that they are coming to pay me a courtesy visit in my house. Fast forward to Friday evening. I was so tired as usual. There were less people in my house because already the people that were here, they already went back to like their destination. So it was just me, my brother, my elder sister, and her husband's brother, and my nephews and nieces that were at home, and a couple of other like domestic staff were in my house still. So it was around, I think, 11. My phone died, and I was just so stressed and so tired. Then I took a shower, and before that, my brother came into the room to ask me for my laptop. And it was like, okay, that he wants to watch a movie on my laptop and all of that. I was like, oh, okay, fine, cool, take the laptop. And I just was tapped out, guys. So I just plugged my phone because my phone was dead. I plugged my phone and I just went straight to bed. This was around 11 or 12, thereabouts. Then around 1, my sister's husband's brother just entered the room. Like, he just opened the room abruptly. And because one thing with me is I'm a light sleeper. Like, I could be really tired, and I could like be so stressed. I would be so deep in sleep, but the slightest noise or the slightest interruptions, I'm awake. So he just entered the room suddenly, and I woke up. And then he was so calm. And then he just like, oh, he thinks that we're about to be robbed. I'm like, you think? Or we are about to be robbed? Which is it? See, guys, I just got up, tied my wrapper around my waist, and he put me in the wardrobe in my room. If you have watched my room tour, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. If you have watched my room tour, my room has 2 wardrobes. One is by the door, like one is close to the door, and the other one is close to my bed. So I hid in the one that was close to my bed. Guys, I was so scared. And the funny thing in all of this, I was going to hide, and then the next thing that my mind could go to was, oh, he should give me my phone, I'm charging my phone, and he gave it to me. But I was in my phone, he locked me in the wardrobe, and he locked my room, and he went. Like, I was just in the wardrobe, I was scared, shaking, I didn't even know what to do. All I could hear in the wardrobe was shout, get down. I was just hearing, get down, go up, open the door, this one. I was like, what is happening, guys? All I could hear were voices, screams, and all of that. They were just there because some people were upstairs. They were telling everybody to go downstairs. My dad was downstairs at the time. Everybody was downstairs, guys. I was in the wardrobe, I was shaking, I was just thinking about my life. I was like, oh my god, is this how it's gonna end? I've not done this, I've not done that. At the time, I hadn't started my YouTube channel. I was like, you see all the things I said I wanted to do, I haven't done them, guys. A lot was going through my mind and everything. But after a while, I was just hearing scream, confusion, guys. So I was in the wardrobe by myself. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, if they come to my room and catch me here, I am a goner, I am dead, I'm finished, this is it. I was just, guys, my life, you know that saying when they say your life flashes before your eyes? Yes, that's literally what happened to me. Like, my life just flashed before my eyes, and I was like, I haven't done anything with my life. I mean, here is death staring me at the face. Anything could literally happen. I mean, these armed robbers, they don't care about you one bit. They are here to collect, and they can do whatever to you regardless of who you are, what you are. So I was just in the wardrobe, guys, like shaking. The funny thing is, my outlook, I was so calm, but inside me, I was so scared, shaking. I was just praying. I was like, God, please protect me. I was doing all sorts of things. As I was still there, panting and everything. And here, one of the robbers breaking in. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then he broke down my door. He entered my room, and funny enough, my wheelchair was outside. That was when I remembered. I was like, shoot, he's going to know that someone is in the room, because my wheelchair was outside. There was no way I could hide it, or at the time we weren't thinking of hiding the wheelchair, that kind of thing. But the wheelchair was outside, and then the wardrobe had this small, it's not that big of a hole. It was tiny hole, but I could see through. And then I saw him just, looking at the wheelchair and everything. And the next thing that happened, guys, he was trying to call one of the other guys, or one of his colleague, let me put it. He was trying to call his colleague, was signaling to his other partner that he thinks there's someone in the room. Guys, when I heard him say that, I'm like, nope, I'm finished. This is it. They are going to deal with me. Like, I was so scared out of my mind. Like, literally 2 armed robbers were in my room. The funny thing is, entering my room, because the other wardrobe is close to the door, so entering my room, they went straight to the other wardrobe and they opened it. Like, there was nobody there. Guys, this guy was literally standing in front of the wardrobe that I was hiding in. Like, no jokes. So I saw him, like, I fainted over and over again. I'm like, Jesus, if they see me here, that is it. I am a goner. Like, there's no amount of, I was already even thinking of how I was going to beg and, tell them, oh, please, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm this, play that victim kind of card game. Maybe that would, soften their hearts and not make them harm me. And for some weird reason, I wouldn't say it's a weird reason. I would say, my God, what God cannot do not exist, my dear. God was fighting for me. He gave them spiritual blindness. He made them lose their senses, because they were literally standing in front of the wardrobe, and all they would have done is just open the wardrobe and they would see me. But they didn't. Just as they were about to open the wardrobe, gunshots, and they just rushed out of my room. I was still in the wardrobe, but all I could hear was, where would they go? Let's go. So everybody, they were shooting. I was in my wardrobe shaking. After a while, I could not hear the shooting anymore. The shooting stopped. After a while, I still remained in my wardrobe. Then later my sister walked in. I was, like, she was calling out my name. She was like, Ochuko, Ochuko. They were trying to look for everyone, make sure that everyone was okay. I didn't answer anybody because I was like, nope, I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if they're using you to lure me out. Nope, I'm not going to fall for this. I'm going to stay in my wardrobe, and I'm just going to be there until I'm going to be there till the next morning, till I'm sure that there is brightness, and maybe somebody comes and look for me in the wardrobe themselves. Guys, I just wasn't ready to leave that wardrobe because I was like, I don't trust nobody at this time. When she saw me, she was like, go back into the wardrobe, go back into the wardrobe. So I went back. Who am I to come out? For what? Why? Do I know if they're out there? But later on, I came out of the wardrobe after a while to come, and immediately I came out of the wardrobe, guys, I went straight to my wardrobe. I went straight to my box. I took a pair of trousers because I wasn't wearing anything under. I was just wearing my, like, a tank top. I just took something from my box, a pair of trousers, and I put it on me. Immediately, I buckled the trouser. Gunshots start flying. Guys, those movie scenes here when you think, oh, everywhere is okay, and the guys are trying to come out, and all of a sudden there's a second round of shooting, and everybody goes back to their hiding place. They're like, nope, this is not. That's literally what happened. Like, immediately I put on my trouser, the next round of shooting started, guys. I went to my balcony. You see the way I dove. Whew! I went to my balcony. I didn't even remember hiding in wardrobe. I just went to the balcony in my room, hid under the hanger. In my mind, I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what if they were really coming back? How is the hanger going to hide me? For real, they will still see me in the first place. Because I wasn't even thinking, like, my nephews, everyone, we all hid. Like, we all hid. My nephews hid my nephew and my auntie, they hid in the wardrobe that I hid. They broke into the house around like 3, 4. I lost track of time then, but I know from then on it was around 3, 4, 5, because around 5 everywhere was already becoming so bright. After the second round of shooting stopped, and this was around like 5, 6, we're looking. My sister has to rush my dad to the hospital because they kind of injured my dad in the process, because they carried weapons, cutlasses, and they used those weapons on my dad. So that kind of injured him a lot, and so my sister had to rush him to the hospital. At the same time, we're looking for my brother, thinking that something had happened to him, but apparently he flew over the fence to go and alert the police that there were armed robbers in our house and all of that. So it was crazy, guys. Immediately, because my sister was going back to Enugu, she was going back to her husband's house, like, I think the following day, I think that's Saturday or Sunday, thereabout, because this robbery took place on a Friday. So she was going back to her husband's house on Saturday or Sunday, thereabouts, and I was going to follow her just because I wanted to change of environment, and I just wanted to be around my nephews and nieces, and maybe help her out a little from time to time and everything, because she was pregnant then. So the following day we went to her husband's house. So there was no time for me to process what had just happened to me. Do you get? Because immediately it happened, the next day I was traveling, and then I went to my sister's house, and then from there, because I stayed there for a couple of months, I think I stayed there for like 4 to 5 months. So then from there on, I didn't really have time to process the whole armed robbery. Like, robbers just broke into our home, and I was almost caught, and I could have been almost killed or almost injured or almost raped. Who knows what would have happened to me? But like I said, what God cannot do, say with me, do not exist. Coming back home is a whole different ballgame. Like I said earlier, I didn't have time to process what had just happened to me. I didn't know that I was still traumatized, because we tend to internalize things a lot, and then you can get distracted and not really process it, or not really deal with it, or deal with when something like that happens to you, when a major thing happens to you and you don't have time to process it. Trust me, it's there, but somehow something or life just gets in the way and you get distracted. But the minute there is no interruptions, no distractions, and you come to terms of, oh, this happened to you and you haven't really like dealt with it. How I knew that I was still traumatized was, this was five months after the armed robbery, and I came back home. You know, I came back to Delta State. I came back to the family house. I couldn't sleep in my room, guys. The first night I tried sleeping in my room, I didn't sleep at all a wink, because any little noise I would wake up. I was so scared, and that's when I knew that, okay, I was still traumatized. It took me a long time. Like, I had to I slept with my auntie. I slept in my auntie's room, like with her, for a really long time. Like, I couldn't sleep alone. I couldn't sleep by myself. I was so scared, because every little noise, guys, I would get up. I would think that, oh, they're here again. I was so scared, guys. And that's when I knew that, okay, I was still traumatized, and I really didn't have time to deal with what happened at the time that it happened. I didn't have time to process a lot of things. I just went off, and you know, life got in the way and I got a bit distracted, guys. So coming back home for me, and you know, coming back to my room and settling down in my room, it was pretty tough, because I couldn't sleep by myself. It took me a long time before I slept by myself, and it was a gradual process. During the day, I would be in my room, I would chill in my room, I would do everything in my room. But at night, I would go to my auntie's room, because I just needed to, you know, someone there. I just needed to know, okay, there's someone with me, so I would rest easy and sleep well. And I just started coping and dealing with the whole thing and telling myself, oh, nothing's going to happen to you. And then I started locking my door. That was the only way I could actually really sleep by myself in my own room, because I would lock my door, and that would give me a sense of safety, a sense of security, that okay, nothing was happening. Even up until now, I won't even lie to you guys, I still get, like, you know, a bit scared. Like, if I hear any noise in my room, I tend to, like, you know, get up really quickly, check around, make sure that I don't hear the sound. Like, I really stay quiet and I listen. Sometimes it could be rats or, you know, something moved, but you know, I will still get up, check everywhere, and make sure that it's not, you know, what I'm thinking. That robbery experience for me, it was not funny. Like, guys, do you understand that this guy was literally standing in front of this wardrobe? Like, because he opened the first wardrobe like with ease. And the way the wardrobe is being set up is not something that it's with lock and key. Sometimes they're half open. Do you get? So he could have easily just saw me there and, you know, done God knows what. But God gave him spiritual blindness. The Holy Spirit was with me that day. So I was really lucky. Like, it's just by God's grace and mercy that those guys didn't see me, because they were this close. I mean, this close. I almost got caught. Yo guys, like, when I think about it, like, I almost got caught. I'm so grateful. And I think that after the robbery, the following morning, I tried to, you know, text my sister. I tried to call my sister and tell her what happened, but she wasn't picking. And then I tried to call some of my friends, and they weren't picking. I mean, that's, you know, sometimes when the devil wants to do something, that's when things will just be going left. I'm grateful that nothing happened to me. I'm grateful that nothing happened to any of my family members, although my dad really got hurt, but he made a quick recovery. That whole robbery experience for me was really traumatizing. It was scary. Literally my whole life flashed before my eyes. Armed robbery is not something that you even wish on someone you don't like. Like, even if I don't like you, I would never wish for you to get attacked by armed robbers. I'm still somewhat traumatized up until now, even if now I'm 90% okay, but that 10% I'm still somewhat traumatized. But every day is a healing process, every day is a coping process for me, and every day I just tend to, you know, pray more about it. I've just found better ways to cope with it, better ways to heal from it. And then I lock my doors. That's another way to make me feel I'm safe. and if I hear any noise, I always have, like, one thing I learned is always have airtime on your phone, no matter how little, or some sort of SOS, or some sort of, even if it's data, whatever, some sort of way to reach someone. Because what really saved us that day was my sister quickly called my mom, and my mom wasn't even around. Stole all our properties, everybody's phones. They collected everybody's phones. They collected my laptop, and that laptop was not even up to a year. I just literally bought it that same year. My phone was the only phone that they didn't take, because if you know, or like I said earlier, I hid with my phone, because when I was going to hide in the wardrobe, I remember that, oh, I was charging my phone, and I took it quickly with me, so, and they didn't catch me. So obviously my own phone was the only one that didn't get stolen. Everybody else gadgets, phones, laptop, everything was stolen. And that laptop was so precious, because I had movies, folders, a lot of things in that laptop, and it was still new, guys. It's all good, better the laptop than me. So I know I will always get a better one. It wasn't really a nice experience, honestly, and it's not something that I would wish on anybody at all. Anyway guys, that comes to the end of this story time. I hope you enjoy watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Please comment and share with your family and friends. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.